Hello, it's Paul Neeson from FrontDoorsGamer.com. I'm with Comic Station. I'm here at the Philadelphia Comic Con. We have an exclusive first interview with Raven Gregory here. He is introducing a new comic coming out. Again, we are joined by Pat Shan, moral support.
Yes, I'm just here.
Yep. Raven Gregory has written a number of titles that you'll recognize from Zenescope, The Fly, The Waking, Wonderland, Dream Eater Saga. How many other ones?
So many. He's counted a lot of them.
Yeah. Okay, so we have his pedigree down. So what can you tell me about No Tomorrow?
Well, No Tomorrow is actually a story about an average, regular, everyday guy whose life has been plagued by death, and he comes across the revelation that death is actually an individual. And after learning that fact, he goes forward in his life obsessed with tracking down this individual and killing it.
Yeah, who hasn't been affected by death? At one point or another in your life, everyone's affected by death, and everyone has to, a revelation that they have to accept it. So I guess he's not accepting it.
Right.
So, so this character, Death, and this male character, how will they interact with the rest of the Zenescope universe?
Well, I mean,
are they tied into the universe?
It is tied into the overall Grimm Fairy Tale Universe, but it's very much told in the same way as, you know, Godstorm, which was written by the talented Pat Shan, at your local comic book store near you. Same with like Jungle Book, in that it does tie into the overall massive, like, you know, conglomerate universe, but at the same time it kind of stands alone. So, I mean, it's one of those books where you can read it and you get like it's an Easter egg, or you can read it all by itself and you still get a complete story.
Okay, so yeah, they're all the same universe, yeah, but they're not always intersecting, but you may see one or another pop up in one of the other books.
Right, exactly.
All right. What made you want to do this, and what brought you on to this title in particular?
Most of the stories that are creator-owned based that I do, they have a very deep, personal, almost therapeutic type format to them, where I'm trying to work through issues, whether it's you know, Fly, which was dealing very much with my family, going through a family member dealing with drug addiction, or The Waking, which was dealing with how an individual deals with loss, or, you know, losing something that you care about that you can't possibly feel like you can live without. No Tomorrow actually really came into creation where last year a very close personal friend of mine passed away after driving drunk. And from that day, you really get a sense of how much, you know, everybody realizes that you only get one life to live, but until you're actually personally affected by it, you don't really believe that there may come a day where there is no tomorrow. So from that, I took that story and, you know, dealing with like the different stages of death, you know, grief, you know, trying to bargain, anger, all those things. At some point you get to that stage where you're like, dude, if death was an actual person, I would kill it. You know, so I mean, that was a large part of the creation of coming up with that, just dealing with it and going through the process. And that's just part of the way I've always written.
Thank you very much. I know we can't talk too much details because technically this title actually hasn't even been announced yet. So
3 months.
3 months.
Stores near you.
Yep, it's coming out soon. We'll actually be having press and announcements coming out soon. Pre-orders will be available, I think, sometime in June.
Yep.
But without going into too much detail, Pat, moral support. You've seen a little bit of this. What can you tell us about it? What can we look forward to?
I will say the lead character has a very beautiful name.
The lead character's name is Patrick.
There you
go. Because Raven loves me.
Oh.
It is very sweet. It is very sweet.
Yeah.
All right, so what can you tell us about it, though?
I remember I read the plot to No Tomorrow, and Raven was he told me to be sensitive with him, and it was the first time he ever said that, so I knew the story meant a lot to him. And when I read it, I didn't have to be sensitive because I loved it. I was a fan instantly, and I had very little advice to give, which I wish I had more things to say about the story to change, but I didn't want it to change because I loved it. And there you go. That's better. Yeah, I'm a fan, and I'm looking forward to seeing it. And the covers are great.
Thank you.
My Chrome.
Bye, Chrome, baby.
So yeah, I have nothing positive things to say. I'm looking forward to it as a reader.
All right.
Yeah.
This is mine. I brought it from my home.
My microphone.
All right. So thank you both very much, Pashan, Raven Gregory. They're joining us. This is No Tomorrow. Again, this is an exclusive first interview. Look forward to more details coming out soon from Zenescope.
You heard it here first.
All right. Thank you very much. Keep looking forward to everything that we're bringing you from Philadelphia Comic Con for Comic Station, and you'll find it on fronttowardsgamer.com.